What's going on YouTube? Here with Poku Gaming, bringing you another video. We are talking about Dragon Ball games today. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, of course, and Dragon Ball, well, apparently it's going to be Xenoverse 3, which I'm kind of not surprised by, but I'm kind of disappointed by. We'll kind of get into that in a little bit, but I really wanted to talk about Sparking Zero first, because you guys know I did say I would start covering that game again on the channel. It is a game that I covered before it came out, and then I stopped after, like, it was just an unfinished game. Wasn't too many people playing it. All my friends dropping the stuff, but I am back on the game, right? We just played ranked mode for the very first time ever on stream the other day. It's not just on stream, but just my very first time playing ranked mode ever. I went like 2-9 or 2-10 or some shit like that. I don't know. It was terrible, bro. I was so ass. But anyways, let's talk about what's coming out for this game this year. As you guys know, we got our first free update not at the beginning of January, but towards the end of January. We got the Mission 100. And then I think that was really all we got for that one. And then we should have another free update coming sometime in the spring for, like, I guess some kind of new mode or something. And then we have, of course, the big DLC that's supposed to come in the summer. I'm gonna post either some gameplay or just like an image of the Shonen Jump, V-Jump, or whatever it's called, a screenshot that we got that kind of goes over it. But the English translation for that I'm reading off of Twitter. So it says, Sparking Zero DLC costumes that change your ultimate blast have been added. Switch them freely and fully enjoy the role-playing experience. So as you guys know, Goku does have like a power pole costume that gives him like a power pole move for his super variant. So now it looks like they're doing that for more characters with their ultimate blast, or their sparking blast, I'm guessing is what they're talking about. So that's going to be super cool. It says Super Warrior Experience, The Time of Evolution, the first large-scale DLC breaks the limits. It says you can now use the cooperative technique fired at Broly, featuring Son Goku Super and Vegeta Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And that is their combined Kamehameha Gallic Gun blast that they hit on Broly in the movie. Not to get confused with, like, the fusions doing the move. Is them two doing it separately, not the, you know how they did like they remember when they were inside Boo and they did like the final Kamehameha together. Like, that shit was dope at the time. Yes, they did that against Broly, except with the Gallic Gun and the Kamehameha wave in the movie, so we will be getting that. And then it says here, it says, with the overwhelming number of characters and stages that change with the weather, this title offers the ultimate role-playing experience, and it's powering up. New characters, we are, of course, getting a transformation for Bardock being the Super Saiyan form. That's going to be dope. It's going to be dope actually seeing that with his Dragon Ball Super armor. But, of course, that is from the Bardock Super Saiyan special, where he gets blasted back into time with the whole Frieza, where he goes to attack Frieza from to try to prevent planet Vegeta from being destroyed. Frieza kills him. Except in this one, he goes back in time, fights Frieza's ancestor Frost, or is it not Frost? Frost is from Super. Chilled. He fights Chilled, and then, you know, you go from there. It's pretty cool. There's like a fan dubbed version of that, because we don't have an actual dub version of that, but it is what it is. It says the Bardock is already in the game now. Transform, aim for a comeback with power up provided by his transformation. We finally get the Demon King Piccolo from Dragon Ball. And Super Android 17, which is someone I feel like should have been in the base game from the get-go over Frieza Soldier, first of all, and Pan and all these other motherfuckers. But we did not, but we are getting him now. It says Super 17, if you put both Android 17s, that's Android 17 and Hellfighter 17, Hellfighter 17, I'm not sure exactly what 17 that is, so we're probably getting another 17, or it's probably like a costume change 17. But if that's a costume change, I don't think you can add them both to the team. I don't know. I'm guessing we're getting two 17. Then we're getting the Hellfighter and then the Super 17 fusion. So it says if you put both Super Android 17s on your team, they can fuse and become stronger during battle. But I'm pretty sure you can also start off with Super 17 like you can with Gogeta. It says new costumes and skills. Gohan Youth, Super Saiyan 2, the Ultimate Blast changed on the costume. This impressive finishing move from the movie, which I'm guessing is the BoJack movie. You can produce that famous scene yourself. New stages, we are getting Kami House, which is the Master Roshi's island. There are multiple stages that will make you strike a gut pose and think this is exactly where I wanted to fight. So it's mentioning Master Roshi's, but I'm guessing since there's multiple stages, there's going to be multiple in the DLC. It's supposed to be a big DLC, so not sure how much it's going to cost, but I don't think it's going to be a free one. A new mode. It says, what will happen to the locations marked with the icons on the map? Look forward to a brand new experience. So not much said about that. I'm pretty sure Battle Hour will probably get some more info before that version is dropped. But if you look at the picture that I'm going to put on the screen here, and you look at image number 4, and I'll probably blow that up, not sure yet, but it does show a bit of that new game mode, and it looks like maybe you're flying around a map or something, and you can just go fight new people, kind of like Budokai, was it Budokai 3, where you had like the map that you flew around and stuff like that. That was pretty dope. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got so far for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero so far. Hopefully we get a year 3 and more year, because look, we still need Shallot's Super Saiyan, his Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. We need all the Shallot transformations. We need all the Shallot uniforms that can change his ultimate blast. We need all kinds of uniforms for just majority of the Z character, the Z fighters, and the rest of the characters. Like, I think this game will probably be supported for like the next 10 years before they drop another one. Just kind of like how they did, or how they're doing with Xenoverse 2, which brings us, of course, to talk about Xenoverse 3. So, apparently, the Dragon Ball Namco Entertainment Southeast Asia has titled a playlist Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, and of course the video within that playlist is the new game project Age 1000. So if you guys don't know, Age 1000 was announced at the Genki Dama Matsuri event for all the Dragon Ball news that came out at the end of January. Age 1000 was shown, and it was speculation whether this was Dragon Ball Online because of the Age 1000 tagline, or if this was just Xenoverse 3. Now it looks like it's not, I mean, yeah, I guess it's pretty much confirmed to be Xenoverse 3, because this is the Bandai Namco YouTube page. Again, I'll post a picture on the screen for you guys, but Bandai Namco YouTube page is showing, again, this is Southeast Asia page, but it's showing it as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. So why I'm not surprised is because, of course, Xenoverse 2 has been out for, what, 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming up on 10 years. So not super shocked, but I'm kind of disappointed because I was hoping it would be a new version of Dragon Ball Online, which technically Xenoverse takes after, because Dragon Ball Online introduced the whole, hey, you can create a Saiyan, you can create a Majin, you can create a Namekian or whatever, and you have all these like different missions and stuff like that. And then of course you have Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes, or whatever the hell it's called. You have that. They're all kind of the same, right? You're fighting through times, you're fighting through the multiverse, you're doing this, you're doing that, or whatever. And then of course you have Xenoverse, and that's kind of what that did. So I'm kind of interested to see. I'm not a huge Xenoverse fan, I'll say that right now. Xenoverse was just never my thing. I bought the first one, I've played the second one. They're just not my thing. Like, I'm more of the Budokai series, the Tenkaichis and all that. Like, that's just for me, and fighters as well. And of course Dragon Ball Kakarot, I do have that. But we'll see at Dragon Ball Battle Hour. We'll see what kind of stuff they drop and show for that. I think that's where we're supposed to get more info for that. Like I said, not the hugest fan of that, but it is what it is. If it looks good, if the gameplay and stuff looks good, the graphics already, you know, it's gonna look good. We already know that. But if the gameplay looks good, if the story is enticing and stuff like that, I will grab the game and of course play it on the channel, on the Lenovo Legion Go 2 and stuff like that. If it doesn't, then, you know, I'm just not gonna get it. But anyways, y'all, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. More Dragon Ball news videos coming, more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero videos coming, more Raging Blast 2. Before I go, I'm glad I thought of that. Raging Blast 2 is apparently getting a PC port, y'all. And it's just like kind of like how they've been doing like with other games that have been out on like the Xbox and stuff like that, they found a way to kind of get it as a native port by doing the recompilation process or whatever. I have Raging Blast 2 on the PC RPCS 3 emulator thing, but apparently they're doing it to where it's going to be a PC port, and that's going to be dope. Once that happens, I'm not sure when exactly it's going to be finished or if it is finished, but I'll find out probably another time, and then I'll get that because I like Raging Blast 2. I low-key like Ultimate Tenkaichi as well, and I remember not buying that because I thought it looked ass. But yeah, man, Dragon Ball games coming up, man. Dragon Ball in general is coming up. We've got that the Super remake coming at the end of the year, of course, Dragon Ball Super Beerus, and then of course the newer shit like within probably the next year or so with the Galactic and shit like that. So I'm excited. It's a great time to be a Dragon Ball fan, you guys. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you know, tune in, subscribe to the channel because we got a lot of Dragon Ball stuff coming. Excuse me, over the next few months. A lot more Legion Go videos, of course, coming. That's what you guys mainly have subscribed for. I appreciate you guys for checking out those videos. So a lot more coming, more live streams and stuff like that. You know, I'm just trying to make this kind of like an all-around gaming channel. But I already know what you guys like the most on this channel. I see it in the data. It's the Legion Go videos. I get it, you know. But like I said, there will be other gaming stuff on here. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate the subscribers that have subscribed and stuff like that. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.